Hey there, I'm Kevin Bottom with the Stella Adler Studio of Acting here in New York City. This video is part of the 2020 Graduation Challenge online toolkit. We've got another lesson planned for you today. This one is being taught by a whole team of people from Chong Company. There's a lot of good stuff. I hope you enjoy it. See you soon.
My name is Christina Bixland. I'm the Education Director at Chong Company, and we are a theater company based in New York City devoted to making brand new works of theater that advance social justice and that bring real people's stories to the stage. And I'm here today to say to you, first of all, congratulations. You are graduating. That is huge. It's momentous. And I'm sure that this is not the final semester that you had been expecting, and certainly none of us could have imagined trying to create online graduation ceremonies. But hey, you are creative, you are resilient, you are inventive, and we want to help you harness all of that amazing capacity today and create some kind of meaningful way to mark this big transition, this graduation. We want to think about who you are, how you've grown or changed in the past few years, and what you want to say to the world now that you're about to close this one chapter and embark upon this totally new phase of your lives. At Chong Company, we put real people's stories on the stage through a form called documentary theater or interview-based theater. And so that's what we're going to try a little of together today. And I'm really excited for you to meet 3 of our teaching artists in just a moment. All you're going to need for this is a piece of paper, it can be any scrap of paper, and a writing implement. So let's say hello to the teaching artists.
Hi, I'm Vaimoana. I live in New York City, but I'm coming to you today from Utah. I'm sheltering in place with my mom.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I am sheltering in place with my 3 roommates in Brooklyn.
Hello, my name is Eric. I live here in New York City, and I'm going to start us off. Are you ready? Let's go. So let us begin by thinking about identity. Who you are. What makes you unique, and special, and beautiful? I would like you to think about relationship-based identities. That could be you are a son, daughter, brother, sister, grandson, granddaughter, boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't know. And then I want you to think also about interest-based identities. That could look like me, I'm a writer, director, actor. So that would be some of my interests that I would jot down. And you might want to add other things like personality traits. Are you someone who's kind and giving, brave, or introverted, or extroverted? Cultural identities is a big one for me. I would like you to get a piece of paper and something to write with. And I want you to jot down all the identities that make up who you are. Now I would like you to choose 2 to 3 identities and draw a circle around them. Like what I did here. You see? I have all these identities that make up who I am. But I chose 3 that are like really strong, that I'm feeling passionate about to share with other people. Now that you have your 2 to 3 identities, we're going to work on the presentation. First step, take a deep breath in. And just shake off all those nerves. 2, say your name, nice and clear. 3rd, share your identities. And it could look something like this. My name is Eric Aviles, and I am proud to be a husband, an activist, and an artist. That's it, folks. Hang on to that sheet of paper, and I'm going to pass it on to Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Anderson, and I am a proud teacher, director, and frolicking nomad. Now we're going to add on to what you did with Eric and think about just how far you've come since you were a freshman. There's a lot of growth and change that happens in high school, right? We learn a lot in the classroom, but we learn more probably about who we are, what we believe in, what kind of people we want to be, what kind of change we want to see in the world. We grow into new versions of ourselves all the time, and especially from the beginning to the end of high school. So I want you to think for a moment about who you were back then, coming out of middle school, and how you've changed since then. I'll see if I can try. 4 years ago, I was really scared to try new things. I was scared to do things if I wasn't sure I could succeed. But in the last 4 years, I've learned that my value is not in who says yes to me. So that's an example. But what about you? I want you to think about it. How have you changed? And once you have an idea, you can just jot it down in one full sentence. So I might say, I've learned my value does not depend on who says yes to me. You got it? Okay, cool. Now we're going to give this meaningful statement even more power by transforming it with a simple movement, like a gesture. Now, a gesture isn't a frozen pose, that's a pose, and a gesture doesn't have to be this long, complicated sequence of dance moves. It's just one simple movement. Short, sweet, easy to repeat, okay? We're gonna start by choosing the most powerful word in our statement. So mine might be value. Value. Of course, it could be like value or value or value. It doesn't matter. But I'm gonna go something simple like value. And I'm gonna make sure my gesture is big and bold as opposed to like value. It's gonna be like value. I'm gonna use a little bit more of my body and make it meaningful and purposeful. I'm also going to remember what Eric told us, and at first breathe and remember to really own my space. So here we go. I've learned that my value does not depend on who says yes to me. Like that. Cool, now let's send it over to Moana.
Hi, my name is Vaimoana Niumeitolu, and I am a proud, courageous artist. And I was born in Tonga and raised here in the United States. So I'm also a proud Tongan American. One way that I've grown in the last 4 years is speaking my truth. Now we're going to wrap up our reflection on who we are and how far we've come by thinking a little bit about what direction we're headed next. Now, I know that's a big question right now, and the world's a little uncertain, but we don't have to know exactly where we're headed to know that we're ready for something new, something different, something we've been waiting a long time for, something that feels like the next step. So I want you to think about how you would finish this sentence. I want the world to know that I am ready to. Let me share with you my sentence. I want the world to know that I am ready to open up my heart. That's what I feel ready for, but maybe you feel ready to blast off into a new future. Maybe you feel ready to dive into a new community. Whatever you are ready for, write your sentence down. You can write it below the growth and change sentence you created with Stephanie. Okay, like in the last section, we're going to make our message to the world artful in some way. But you have some options here. You can make a gesture like how you did with Stephanie, or you can make a piece of art, or you could use another form of expression that works better for you. I'm a theater artist and muralist, which means I go into communities and I help them make giant paintings that share what's important to them. So I'm going to give an example of another form of expression, like visual art. Again, we start by choosing the most meaningful words in our sentence. For me, they are open and word. You can circle or underline the word or words you chose for your sentence, or you can just keep them in mind. And because I like to express myself through visual art, here's my art for the words open and heart. You might have a different form of expression that works for you, like sculpture, photography, music, singing, or rapping. Feel free to riff on this idea by illustrating your keywords in your favorite form of expression. Once I got my artistic expression for my message to the world, I'm going to record myself saying my sentence and using my special form of expression to pop my keywords. I'm also going to remember what Eric taught us, to take a deep breath before I speak. I want the world to know that I'm ready to open up my heart. I think we're ready to put all of this together.
Now we're going to thread our high school reflections together to model what could be a really meaningful virtual commencement ceremony. At Ping Chong Company, when we thread stories together, we usually use a transition to mark the end of one section and start the next section. So today we're going to use that clapping thing we've been doing, Okay? So we're going to say our names and answer the 3 prompts, and then do our clap to transition and throw the spotlight to the next person. Presenting the Ping Chong Company's class of 2020.
My name is Eric Aviles, and I am a proud husband, activist, and artist. One way I've grown in the past 4 years is being more patient. And I want the world to know that I'm ready to organize and fight against injustice in America.
My name is Stephanie Anderson. I am a proud teacher, director, and frolicking nomad. Over the past 4 years, I've learned that my value does not depend on who says yes to me. And I'm ready for the world to know that I'm ready to be a human being and not a human doing.
My name is Vaimoana Niumeitolu, and I'm a proud, courageous artist and Tongan American. One of the ways I have grown in the past 4 years is speaking my truth. And I want the world to know that I'm ready to open up my heart.
That's it. You've just created a really artful expression of meaning to mark this big transition from high school to beyond. We're really glad you were here with us today. Thanks for creating with us. We're cheering you on, and from everyone at Ping Chong Company, congratulations to the class of 2020.